Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another rebuild. Today we are doing something a little bit different here. What you're staring at is the end of Season 3 of my Arsenal Career Mode series on my Forbes Plays channel. Selfish plug there. It's actually my second channel as well. Where we have went ahead and just won the Champions League with Arsenal in the third season. We are now going to jump ships over to Wolverhampton Wanderers, who finished 17th in the league. So they escaped relegation. They escaped relegation by goal difference, tied on points with Brentford. What we are going to go ahead and do is go into the new season, which is technically Season 4 of kind of the universe of this career mode when it starts in 2023, 2024, or 24, 25, I should be saying. We're going to give ourselves 10 minutes in $1 billion budget. Pretty much we're going to sign the best of the best players and see if we can turn the worst club that has not been relegated in the Premier League into a Premier League winning club. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's meet the squad at the moment and then we'll go from there. And so this is the team here. We cannot change formation. That's something we will do. We cannot change formation. So Falcone in at 33, Agabado, Totti, and Breno. Gomez and Andre in the midfield dualship. Semedo and Zenin as left wing. Monesti, Burkhardt, and Bellegarde as our attack. Burkhardt is probably the only safe one here, in all honesty. I think Burkhardt is good enough, and we'll go from there. $1 billion in the budget to improve not just the starting lineup, but our bench as well. Let's get to the new season. Let's get the 10-minute started timer, and let's go. And with $1 billion in our budget, with the 10-minute timer ready to go, we have 10 minutes to go. Remember, at the end of the 10 minutes, if they are in a delegation, they can still be brought in the club. It's a little bit cheesy, but it is the way it'll be. $1 billion in a budget, 10 minutes down timer, 3, 2, 1. Now, of course, I have a transfer hub set up here. So let's go and start by bringing in Marmardashvili from Liverpool, weaken our Premier League opponent in the process. We're gonna offer them our goalkeeper to make it obviously a little bit cheaper. We'll see what they say to that. We're gonna offer them 60 billion. See there, theoretically bringing in like the best of the best players will erase the budget relatively easy. If we're spending close to 100 mil per player, that's 10 players. That's not a full team. Obviously, we won't be spending 100 million because some of these players are high overall that are contract expiring. So there is all that. What I should not be doing is I should not be doing contract deals. But I'm doing it for Marmardashvili. But for the other ones, I should be delegating, in all honesty, and just getting the job over the line. 120,000. Marmardashvili is the first player we bring in, and it spent a minute to do so. Welcome into the squad. We're going to offer Matt O'Reilly, Brighton for Matt O'Reilly. We're going to offer Joao Gomez plus 20 million. See what they say to that. They don't want him. They want 38 million flat, which I'm willing to do as well. So there's another player coming into the squad in the midfield. Next up in the midfield, obviously, we have two center mids. Remember, we are not changing formation of what it is in the game. We're going to offer them Joao Gomez plus 50 million, or, 50 million. See what they say to that. They do not want Joao Gomez. Would they want, not Joao Gomez, would they want Andre, though, for, let's just say 50 plus 25 million? No, they just want 81 million, which in all honesty, I'm not willing to give them. I'll give y'all 75.1 million because I went over there, and he will come into the squad as well. 113 million for Roddy, or for Alex Bayana. Well, do y'all want Joao Gomez? Y'all want Joao Gomez for 85 million? Please, 85. Oh, they do. Okay, cool. Next up is the cam department. We have two of these guys. We want to bring in Florian Wirtz, so this is going to be the most expensive one. 130 million. They say yes to that. I probably could have gone for a little bit cheaper. Obviously, some of these transfers have been updated to what they are in real life from the season 1 when I started this series with Arsenal. So obviously, some of the transfers are updated there. I was going to go for Florian Wirtz and Cole Palmer, but I think now Florian Wirtz and Kuleveski is the deal there, just so we can get a little bit cheaper. Maybe we even go for Harvey Elliott. I think Harvey Elliott instead. Let's offer 50 million player swap. Do they have a cam? Do we have a cam that I can give them? Bellegarde? We'll see what they say to that. 59 million. They want 55 plus him. Sure. 4.5 minutes to go. Now what I gotta do is do the math in my head. I can't just delegate, in all honesty, because, well, we'll run out of there. Oh, you want 340? Yeah, sure. If that gets triggered, it gets triggered. 100,000 pay cut for Florian Wirtz too, by the way, and he's into the squad. We have roughly 500 million, so we will have enough to bring in the players I want to bring in. 95 million for Jules Koundé. He says yes to that. Diamande to bring into the squad here. We're going to offer them 60 million, 10 million over market value. They'll say yes to that. We have roughly 2.5 minutes left to go. I could have probably bought in Cole Palmer in all honesty. And 128 million for Araujo, sure. So let's go ahead and delegate these, get these guys in. And I believe I still need a right winger in all honesty. Obviously, Jules Koundé would be turned into a center back. I think, do I still need a right winger? I still need a right midfielder. And I've decided to go absolutely stupid. 100 million Lamine Yamal, 160 million. We're gonna offer 25% selling clause to try and get them a little bit cheaper. They say yes to that, and Lamine Yamal will come into the squad, and that could be our squad complete here with roughly 2 minutes left to go. I don't think it will affect. It might actually affect. We might not be able to bring in the center backs. I think Diamande could be our saving grace here, in all honesty. Let's go ahead and do 230K. They say yes to that. Lamine Yamal, welcome into the squad. I was muted during all of that. Well, I was talking about how I was bringing in the last 3 guys here, even with the timer running down. Obviously, delegating, they can go ahead and be brought in there. The thought of not being able to bring them in is instantly nullified because we bought them all in. And that is hopefully a full 11. We didn't really improve on the bench, but the players on the bench now. We have 7 million left to go in our budget. We spent $1 billion. We actually spent over $1 billion because we haven't spent $1 billion or over $1 billion. We spent exactly just $1 billion there. The only player we didn't bring in is a striker because we didn't need to. And so this is your team. Marmondishvili in net. Jules Koundé, Diamande, and Araujo as our center backs. Santos and O'Reilly in the midfield. Lamine Yamal and Alex Bayana as our winger support. Harvey Elliott, Florian Wirtz is our cam. With Bergcat, the only remaining starting lineup player that was here last season in the starting lineup at striker. Let's see how this team can compete. Our aim is obviously the title, but our goal is top 4 or a domestic cup final, domestic cup win. Halfway through the league, and the boys are up to 5th. Remember, they finished 17th last season. They finished with 35 points last season, so we nearly matched that goal tally in half the season there. We are 1 point off of that point tally, I should be saying. We are 2 points off the top 4. We are 9 points off the top spot of Man City. It is doable. We are going to have to start turning some of these draws in that into wins there. But at the moment, we are looking really good, really decently here. We're out of the Carabao Cup. We do have FA Cup action as well coming up too. We are playing Burnley. Our top goal scorer so far is Bergcat, 10 goals. O'Reilly, 10 goals. Lamine Yamal has 7 goals. Florian Wirtz has 7 goals. Let's see where these boys finish and see if they get into the Champions League. But already 10 times better than what they are. And this month is actually massive. We have Chelsea, we have Man City, we have Burnley in the FA Cup. FA Cup here. Let's see if we can start a run in the FA Cup against, and it starts with Burnley. I assume we pick up man of the match. I assume we go through on penalties. That could be mistaken here. We are going to go ahead and beat Chelsea 2-1. I'm stopping simulation just to see if we go ahead and beat them. No, we actually lose to Burnley on penalties. So we pick up man of the match for no reason. Okay, cool. Wolves versus Manchester City. This is a massive one. Obviously, they sit in first. We're trying to close that gap here. Can we beat Man City? The answer is no. It's a draw. And so in the months from January to the start of April, with the run-in that we've had, a draw against Crystal Palace, a win against Ipswich, a win against Fulham, a loss against West Ham United, a win against Aston Villa, a win against Norwich, and a draw against Arsenal. That leaves us with, what, 5 games? No, not 5 games. Let's go 7. Yeah, 7 games left to go where we are currently in the top 4. We are 5 points off the top spot. However, Liverpool actually have 2 games in hand, so they could go 11 points clear. They could go 11. 11. Yeah, they can go 11 points clear. My math wasn't mathing there for some reason in my brain. Man United have a game in hand, but they can only go up to 56. So at the moment, we are at the max, 2 points clear, top of the top 4. So there is that. We are nearly doubling our total point tally of last season, which is interesting to see there. The FA Cup semifinals is Crystal Palace versus West Ham and Leeds United versus Arsenal. Let's see y'all at the end of the season where we have massive games against Tottenham, Liverpool, Newcastle, Man United to go. In the first game here against Tottenham, it's a 2-0 loss. Can we bounce back massively against Liverpool? The answer is no. It's a 2-2 draw. A loss against Liverpool, a loss against Liverpool. That felt like a loss. A loss against Tottenham, a draw, a loss against Liverpool, a loss against Burnley, a loss against Man United. Our top 4 hopes could be over, and they actually aren't over. The top 4 hopes are not over, and we finish in the top 4. So a $1 billion squad will not win the league title. However, it will get you into the top 4 in the Champions League. So there is we finished in the top 4. Liverpool just had a fantastic season there as well. Top goal scorer, it is Burkett, so it's not even a player that we brought in. That is our top goal scorer. Florian Wirtz is second with 17. O'Reilly has 11. Lamine Yamal has 10. Mission semi-successful. Who knows? Semi-successful, semi-failed. That's going to be it for me today. Sorry for a lack of energy in this video. I will see y'all hopefully back on Friday. Live, like, subscribe, and peace out.